Alright, folks, it's time to talk about the anime of 2015. Uh, I don't know when this video is going to be released. It may be after the new year has started, maybe before it, but as of now, I've seen all the anime content of 2015 that I will have seen um, for the rest of the year anyway. So, I feel that I can make my fair and unbiased, if you want to call it that, judgment about this year's 2015. Now, uh, this year's anime, not this year's 2015. This year is 2015, whatever. Um, so let me start off by saying that this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with what I say. Um, you can feel free to say, no, this was the best. No, this was the best. No, this was the worst. I don't give a shit. This is my list. Um, this is my opinion. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. Uh, this is sort of like a mix between what I think is the best, as well as what I enjoyed the most. So I do separate the two. If you've seen my 2015, my summer 2015 discussion, you'll know that I sort of um, weighed the two options and picked. I'm doing the same thing here, but so the rules for this are that they had to have been produced in 2015, and uh, I'm not including Fairy Tail, One Piece, Naruto Shippuden because I have not seen that many of those episodes, and I I don't know. I don't know if they would have made it if I had, but anyway, let's get going. So, coming in at number 10 is Nanatsu no Taizai, Seven Deadly Sins. Yes. I just recently caught up to Seven Deadly Sins, and I like it. I quite like it. And now some of you are like, Nanatsu no Taizai, only 10? Yeah, only 10. Um, I like it. It's good. It's a good shonen. Uh, it is sort of typical, but at the same time, it has its own unique properties as well. So, the anime, which I think it may have been all 25 episodes. I'm not sure because like I said, I only recently caught up to it. But um, from what I saw of it, I liked, and it ended up beating out what I've seen from Gintama 2015. Haven't caught up with that anime. It beats out it barely beat out Gangsta and a couple of the other lower echelon ones. Um, so now those aren't on the list either. So anyway, moving right along. Number 9, Prison School. Yeah. Now, Prison School I enjoyed quite a bit, and there are live reactions to that anime on one of my channels, one of the two channels from Mystic, quite possibly on both, but I think it's this one that has them. So, Prison School was very funny, and it was just crazy. It was batshit crazy. It was great for live reactions, I'll tell you that one. It was sort of like in the middle of the pack in the summer season, and for this, number 9. That's how strong this list was. Number 8, Monster Musume no Iru Nichijou. Yeah, I think that was number 4 of the summer season. Uh, that was I love the hell out of Monster Musume. Opening was fantastic. Just the comedy was there. Everything about it was just friggin' great. It was hilarious. And yet it's only number 8. And again, it's not an insult because the rest of the list is just so strong. Uh, you'll find that that's sort of the linker here. It's a shame that it only had 12 or 13 episodes. I think it was 12 because it has so much more potential. a lot more potential. So, number 7, Shimoneta. Yeah, keep going with the summer season anime, right? Just going right down the list. Actually, I think Monster Musume might have been was 3 because Shimoneta was number 2 in the summer season. Shimoneta is number 7 overall in 2015. Um, Shimoneta was one of the funniest things this year. It was so fucking hilarious. Um, of the ecchi stuff, yeah, it was the best. Um, Again, it's a shame that it was only 12 episodes because it had so much potential. There is hope for the future for more, depending on how the light or the visual novels do, or light novels, I forget which it falls under. If they do well and they get progress, we could have more of that. But once again, Shimoneta, number 7. Number 6, Haikyuu second season. Damn. Yeah. Haikyuu's not over yet. That second season, so I think we're 13 or 14 episodes in. But from what we saw, um, I fucking love Haikyuu. It is a great series. One of the best. Well, I guess I haven't really seen that many sports anime slash manga, but it's awesome. There's not much more to be said. If you like sports, you should definitely give it a shot. Even if you don't like volleyball, you might find that you really love this anime. Um, it's funny. It's great. It has nice tension. It's realistic for somewhat realistic, I should say, uh, as for anime standards. And it's just characterization is great. It's just overall just a fantastically solid anime. And A1, I believe, does it. They've done a fantastic job of adapting the manga. So, number 6, Haikyuu second season. Number 5, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Budget Works second season, or I should say Unlimited Blade Works, the actual title. Unlimited Blade Works, Unlimited Budget Works was great, and if the whole season had aired in 2015, because only the last 13 episodes did, where the first 12 episodes were in 2014, it may have gotten number 4 on the list because it was really great. But again, um, there were 4 other things that surpassed it, that just made it not take those higher spots. So number 5 being Unlimited Blade Works is not, again, not an insult. It's just the rest were just that much better. Um, though again, number 5 and number 4 are close. And number 4 is One Punch Man. Everyone's favorite anime this year. Now that, because Route A didn't turn out as well as manga readers thought it would be, right? Because if Tokyo Ghoul had turned out the way manga readers wanted, that probably would have been the number 1 for manga readers this year. But this is the fan favorite this year, is One Punch Man. But for me, it only gets 4. Yes, it was great. I loved One Punch Man, all 12 episodes. They had great sense of humor, some fantastic animation. It's Madhouse. Um, what do you expect? The opening is pretty kick-ass. There's just everything about it. Saitama is just great. The action can just be like friggin' awesome, and just, you know, the gimmick that One Punch Man has, which, you know, destroying an enemy in one punch. The way it's set up is just brilliant. So, and that final episode just was what solidified it as number 4 over Unlimited Blade Works. So, good job, One Punch Man. But you are not number 1 this year. Number 3, Kuroko no Basket, third season. Now this is where I have to talk about enjoyment over objectivity. Um, Kuroko no Basket ended horribly. Uh, and that's my honest opinion about that. It's it's my favorite sports series. Um, it's so good, and it ended horribly. But everything up until that point was so damn enjoyable and just so hype. I love the shit out of it, and that's why it gets number three. Kuroko no Basket up until that point was just fantastic, and the OVA, which just aired not that long ago, um, was really good. To me, that was a good finisher on the series. Um, besides Extra Game, which they're gonna have to animate. They can't not animate Extra Game when that's done in the manga, because that shit is fucking awesome. So once again, number three, Kuroko no Basket. Number two, Shokugeki no Soma. Shokugeki no fucking Soma. The truth is number two. I've talked enough about it in the summer season discussion, but I'm going to reiterate it one more time. This anime was incredible. As good as Madhouse did One Punch Man, as good as they did Overlord, as good as Ushio Totoro was animated, as good as everything this year was animated, this shit was the truth in terms of animation. Um, other than what, other than maybe the 60 FPS unlimited budget works, which is like the DVDs and Blu-rays only, or I think only the Blu-rays have the 60 FPS, but um, beyond that, I mean, Shokugeki no Soma had the best visuals this year, by far, and it was just it was just fantastic. Everything about it, comedy was up here, the characterization up here, the acting up, the music is great, the openings were great. The second ending, not so much, but it doesn't matter. It does not detract from it. It's just, and the main character, Yukihira fucking Soma, just makes it. Just makes it. And when you have a main character that is amazing and you can just love, that's the best. That's the shit right there. That's what you want. Um, so number two, Shokugeki no Soma. Some of you may have thought might have gone in number one, but no. There was one other thing, just one, that was better, and that is Dragon Ball Super. The fuck? Alright, so maybe I was just kidding there. So maybe that was the worst one of 2015 of the things that I've seen. Maybe. But, as good as Shokugeki no Soma was, there was one thing that just blew my fucking mind this year. And that was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders second season. All 25 episodes. Specifically, the last 6 were just mind-blowingly good. Now, I've talked, some of these animes, Unlimited Blade Works, Kuroko no Basket, some of these had problems with the endings, or I should say, last battles, so to speak. But JoJo is the exact fucking opposite. Stardust Crusaders, the final battle, is one of the greatest anime fights of all time. Hands down, bar none. So, that I'm not going to spoil what that fight is. Watch it for yourself. This is a spoiler-free review, or top 10 list, I should say. So do yourself a favor. If you have not seen JoJo, get on it. Get on it. And you have to get into Stardust Crusaders because it was the best thing this year. I don't care if it came out in the 80s initially. The adaptation that David Productions put, the amount of effort and time into making it, you know, like the manga, but with their own spin, was just fantastic. Daisuke Ono as Jotaro Kujo, perfect. The main villain's voice actor, perfect. Okay, and the way that final battle was set up between those two voice actors, fucking perfect. It was set up perfectly, and it was it was executed perfectly. The openings were great, and episode 47 and 48's opening, are you fucking kidding me? The amount of effort that was put into the second season was mind-blowing, and everything just worked. It worked better than anything. And so for that reason, as good as Shokugeki no Soma was this year, JoJo takes number one. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't want to spoil anything. You have to experience it for yourself. That's all I gotta say. Don't wait for the dub to come out. The dub is probably going to be good, but there are certain references that you'll miss because it's lost in translation. And this is coming from me. I'm a dub lover. I love dubs. I always watch things in dub if it's available in dub. Don't do it this time. Watch the sub of Stardust Crusaders. It's so fucking good with Daisuke Ono behind the helm. That's all I gotta say. So now you know my top 10 list. Let's go over a couple of miscellaneous things. If we talk about best animation, like I said, the best visuals were Shokugeki no Soma, and yet animation quality is Fate Stay Night because of the 60 FPS. Now, best opening, I would have to say, is Kuroko no Basket's last opening, Memories. It was fantastic. Best ending, I'm also going to have to say Kuroko no Basket, ending 5. Yeah, it was the first ending to the third season. Was really awesome. Honorable mentions to Overlord's ending, definitely. But yeah, there were some fantastic openings this year. JoJo's opening had that cool shit. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you guys who've seen it know. Um, Shokugeki no Soma's second opening was fucking awesome. Um, that's close. Kuroko no Basket's 6th and 5th openings were fucking great. Um, again, I thought the 7th was the best, but again, it is Grand Rodeo. They do it again. They fucking did it again. Grand Rodeo is the best Japanese band out there. No question. In my opinion, obviously. Is there anything else? Not really. So, there's also going to be a top 5 manga this year. That might have to wait a little bit longer, but I promise you that will also be out alongside this top 10 anime list. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you for top 5 manga of 2015.